Are these the best speed cleats of 2024? Today we're on field to break down the latest speed innovation from Nike, which is the Mercurial Air Zoom Vapor 16. You might have seen images and videos that Nike released a little while ago, but now you can finally own a pair for yourself. Now I've got the low-cut Vapor option, which costs $275 here with me today, but there's also a high-cut Superfly 10 option, which costs $300, and it features all of the same great technology, plus an extended Flyknit ankle collar. The ankle collar is made from the same thin compression Flyknit material as seen on the ankle and U-throat of the Vapor, and won't give any additional ankle stability, but instead is meant to act like a more seamless transition between the foot and lower leg. My personal preference is the lower cut Vapor option, which is why I'm rocking it today, but it all depends on whether you prefer the look, on-foot feel, and are willing to pay that extra $25. If you're looking to buy a pair of either, you'll probably want to know a little bit more about their pros and cons. So let's get into it. Before we do, take a second to like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified when we drop a new video. If you've worn the Mercurial range before, you'll know that they run slightly narrow, and this version is no different. Built on the exact same last as the previous model, the form-hugging upper construction features a nice shallow toe box and a tight midfoot section. I'm a fan of skin-tight form-hugging cleats, so you get the most barefoot, close to the ball feeling possible. I also have a wider than average foot shape, and because of the supple upper and stretchy Flyknit lacing section, these cleats still fit my feet really well. A generously padded heel section and what feels like a very low internal heel counter means that you shouldn't get any rubbing or blisters when you first wear them. For me, the new upper combined with the additional heel padding make for a really comfortable wear straight out of the box. We can't talk about comfort without mentioning the Air Zoom unit, which is integrated into the forefoot. One of the standout features from the previous model, the signature Nike airbag technology, has been taken from popular streetwear and running footwear and adapted for the soccer field to give you an additional underfoot spring. As well as improving toe off, for me this is an awesome comfort feature and gives a nice cushioning sensation, especially on some harder playing surfaces. And now it's even better, with Nike claiming that the 2024 Air Zoom Mercurial delivers 10% more energy return than the boot's predecessor. When you get these in hand, you can immediately feel the improved softness of the upper compared to the previous version. The Flyknit material is now even thinner, more malleable, and grippy as well. And that's because the material used is a version of the GripKnit technology seen on the Phantom GX2. It doesn't have the same raised texturing and feels thinner, but you get that same form-fitting feel and grippy sensation when you control the ball. In the heel and midfoot sections, the GripKnit material transitions into a still thin but more structured synthetic material, presumably to give more structure and durability to that section of the foot. The two sections are seamlessly laminated together, so when you're wearing them, it all feels like one material. The outsole on the Merc has been updated again and now features this graduated ridging element in place of the more aggressive middle forefoot studs seen on the Vapor 15. This change allows you to more effectively feel that springy Air Zoom unit, which is surprisingly noticeable for how thin it is. The stud placement is pretty much the same as on the last version, but here they've opted for directional chevron-shaped studs in the forefoot instead of the triangular studs from the last model. Again, this makes for a slightly more comfortable underfoot experience without losing any of that trademark Mercurial traction. Anyway, for me, other than the slight visual tweaks, which look cool, on foot the traction elements do feel ever so slightly less aggressive, which actually makes for a more comfortable overall ride. Tipping the scales at a still impressive 6.7 ounces or 190 grams, it's not the lightest cleat in the category anymore, but I think with the introduction of the additional comfort elements like the larger memory foam heel section and the Air Zoom bubble unit, that extra weight is a worthwhile trade-off. Visually, this release colorway is clean. It's a more minimal design than the previous model, with a slightly smaller main swoosh logo moved to a more lateral positioning, and the air call-out now wraps slightly less of the heel. The pearlized white finish on the upper is carried over to the outsole, and the pop of orange on the underside makes for a nice accent. The blue speckle graphic used for both is a reference to legendary Nike design pioneer Bill Bauman, who supposedly used to dot his runners' shoes with a logo to reduce weight. Something that I think fits the Mercurial mentality perfectly. Personally, I'm loving this new release, and while the updates are subtle, I really like the fact that basically all the most important elements in a soccer cleat have been improved upon here. Comfort, underfoot responsiveness, and touch on the ball have all been elevated here, and the combination makes for a serious contender for Speed Cleat of the Year. Comment below your thoughts on the new Mercurial, and if you have any questions I didn't answer in this video, make sure you leave them there as well. Remember, you can buy the new Mercurial Air Zoom Vapor 16 and the Superfly version over at SOCCER.COM. Like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the review. I'm Sam, and I'll see you next time.